Hey, everybody. Coming to you in my reading nook that I never use. So I'm so excited to be in it. I'm not reading, but it's getting used. I wanted to talk to you about breaks and the power of taking breaks because I've reached a new level of understanding of it and it has changed my life and my productivity completely. And if you're like me in the pandemic, and if you're still whether you're still working from home or whatever you're doing, life has gotten so intense. And I have just been going back to back to back to back, call to call to call to call, event to event, whatever it is. And it has been exhausting. And the thing is, though, I was continuing to do it. And if I'm really honest with myself, why was I allowing myself to continue to do it? But besides telling the story that I had to, because there was just so many meetings, because let's be honest, we all have agency. We can say no. The reason I was doing it, when I get honest with myself, is because I was getting value of that. I felt valued when everyone needed me in these meetings. And so one, it was like, I'm important, and that felt good. And two, I felt productive. There was a false sense of productivity because I was doing something. I was in a meeting, we showed up, we did something. Oh my gosh, first of all, everyone's meeting too damn much. We don't need to meet this much, and it doesn't need to be on Zoom all the time. But there was this sense of importance and productivity that I was getting out of it. So my first question for you, when you're looking at all the stuff that you're doing, is if you are still doing it, you're a grown-ass person, what are you getting out of it? And if you're doing it and you don't want to do it, there is a part of you that's getting something out of it, which is why you keep doing it. But I hit exhaustion. I mean, I hit deep, deep exhaustion because it was just on the go. And there would be a point like almost every day where I would just collapse. And so the thing was, I was having all of these meetings and then I'd collapse and I'd be done for the day. Like it would take hours for me to resuscitate, obviously doing the basics of life and household stuff, but I couldn't get back in it. And so I was actually losing productivity because I was working so hard back to back. And what happened was when I shifted, when I said no more and shifted that and built breaks in and kept the breaks, put them on my schedule. I had to have a schedule that said break or eat. That was another thing I wasn't doing, those simple things. And I needed chunks, not 5-10 minutes. I needed half an hour or an hour in between things. Can I tell you, it has made a night and day difference in my life. I'm able to reset. I'm able to relax, release the anxiety that ridiculous person on the last call caused. I'm able to actually do a little bit of self-care. And sometimes that means I'm able to throw some stuff in the Instapot so I can cook and have a healthy meal waiting for me. And that felt good. So then I brought a revived energy to the next piece. And guess what happened? I was able to go longer and longer into the day. So there was no longer a collapse that I needed to resuscitate from. And then I was able to go and do some of the other things, whether the other work things or the other home things on the list that never gets done that you're doing. I'm knocking off stuff on my list. I'm knocking off stuff on the other projects, and it feels amazing. And still going to bed earlier. So my invitation to you is I promise you, no matter how many kids you have, no matter how much work you have, how many jobs you have, there is room somewhere in there for you. There is room for you to take breaks. There is room for you to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And guess what? Life will get easier. It will feel easier and better for you to go through the day. If you want help in that and help in navigating, what does that look like? Reach out to me and join the Her Evolution, because these are some of the powerful things that we're talking about in there on how you can evolve to take your life to the next level. Sending big love from the Reading Nook.